I have to get control.
Yeah, you fucking do. You're off the chain. I'm looking at my other computer and it's from 2015 and the case has 3 slots for CD drives.
That's way more than you'd ever need.
I turn on my old computer sometimes because I can access the files on it from my other computer. And so I wanted to be able to turn off the computer by pressing the power button. But Windows doesn't let you do that if you're not logged in. But there's a group policy that you can enable that lets you do it, so I like fucking got the group policy editor and did it, and then it worked and then never worked again.
But it was so worth it for that short period of time.
I guess. Is it just me, or when I see a video or something, like a video essay about some topic, some really specific topic, I'm just like, no. I don't enjoy your company. This video that's like, this is how tiles work in Neo Geo games, or some, really specific topic. When I see it, I'm like, I don't want to see some, like, condescending fuck vomit this information at me. If I was curious about that, I would just want to, like, research it myself. Like, a good example of this is, there was this video that kept getting recommended to me that was, like, called, like, how many Super Mario games are there?
Oh yeah, and the thumbnail says, this is an interesting question, I promise.
And it kind of is an interesting question, but if I was curious, I would just go on an internet hunt, I would research it, because learning about stuff like that on your own is way more fun than watching some guy excrete the information into your mouth.
Well, you say that because you're actually interested in learning things, but those kinds of videos are made for people who don't want to bother to do the information themselves.
Well,
see, can't hit shit.
A lot of people say that they put those types of videos on in the background, which is just even more confusing, because if I do that, I don't get any information retained at all.
That's true.
I'm doing something else. Well, maybe not at all, but like, mostly not. Sometimes I'll see videos that talk about music theory in some capacity, and people in the comments, all the top comments, be like, I don't understand what you're saying at all, but you sound so smart. Yeah. It's like the worst. It's like, you could like try to like fucking... Why am I in the back row? Anyway, you could at least try to like learn. Because I think a lot of people, like, they sit there and they're like, well, this is just too advanced for me. And they don't even like try to open their minds at all. But if you always think that about everything, you're not going to learn anything.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this from experience, from someone who used to be like fucking quadratic equation. I can't possibly ever fathom what that is.
That is the main thing, is the willingness to learn. I mean, with that Mario video specifically, I haven't watched it, but I feel like because it's a question that exists for that video title, it's like, maybe the answer is actually more detailed than just like going to the Wikipedia article or just Googling how many Mario games are there.
That's what I mean by like going on knowledge hunts that require you to like find people writing articles based on compiled sources is nothing new, obviously. But for some reason, the culture, the social media aspect of it, I think the bottom line is that I'm like insecure as hell. And like am worried about something.
Alright, well, we've learned something important, I guess.
I think that like deep down, I'm afraid that I'm just a moron.
Alright, I think if you have the interest, I'm talking you specifically, considering you do have the interest of enough in things to actually look them up, it's probably not you that's the moron. I mean, I don't think it's controversial to say that the internet at large is very stupid and has made people stupider. I really don't think that's a controversial thing to say.
Made people stupider. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I mean, the internet in general is a good thing. I also don't think that should be controversial to say. Well, what would you think of our Final Fantasy V video if you saw it? Because ours isn't like, ours isn't necessarily like, here's every job in the game. It's like us talking specifically about how they work and the combinations between the other jobs. But also, it is kind of like video essay-like, in that it's a long as fuck video about a specific topic that not many people really care about.
I don't watch videos like that, to be honest with you. Like, I think that's what I'm trying to say by I'm insecure, is like, I have this feeling like because I don't want to watch videos like this, am I just like purposefully just like staying ignorant about things, and am I just ignorant?
I don't think ignorance is the right word for it.
There's also this like culture on the internet where like video essays are this like beloved thing, you know?
The density of the amount of video essays is like at an all-time high because people know that there is an audience for that. Video essays used to not be a super common thing.
Yes.
But now that YouTube videos can be longer, people can post 2-hour rants or whatever about anything they fucking want. And that's no surprise for the internet, is like, oh, I can do this thing, now I'll do it. Oh, it's popular, now more people are gonna do it. But I think video essays specifically have gotten a lot of shit in the past couple of years because so many people just want to like rant about random bullshit that nobody really cares about, and they'll also do it in an annoying way. Like, some people really should not
In an annoying way.
like, yeah, they have an annoying, maybe, I mean, saying someone has an annoying voice is like not fair because you can't help that. Like, your voice is just how it is. But some people just have an annoying or like pedantic way of speaking. They're like talking down to you. Yeah, or they'll just talk to fill time. Like,
talking down to you. That's interesting.
Maybe that's a thing that I've only seen in a couple of videos, so it's like an outlier. But some people definitely do have that kind of like condescending, like, I know this topic and I know that you're an idiot.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That video about Undertale where she was like, chiptune is for dumbass, sweaty 40-year-olds who are stuck to nostalgia. And you just say something so fucked up like that in like the most serious, I know what I'm talking about tone. Is just hilarious.
Yeah, there is also that. That's just a really big part of it, I think.
There's something also about like modern video essay editing that just sucks ball. Where like everybody wants to be really fancy, but honestly the best kind of video essay editing I've seen still to this day is sequelitis.
Yeah, definitely. Sequelitis and Running Shine. I mean, does Running Shine count as a video essay, or are those like, because those videos are long as fuck. But I don't know if they count as video essays or if they're just like reviews. Either way, they're fucking
You know what's
great.
weird? Running Shine type stuff where it's just somebody talking about something for way too long, but not really analyzing it necessarily. That kind of video seems like it's fun to make. And I've done like a light version of that before. It's another thing where it's like, sometimes when you're watching a video like that, you're just like, why do I care what you have to say?
You have to make me care, motherfucker.
Sell me this pen.
That kind of is the main thing, is that you have to make your audience care. And that is why a lot of people will make these videos, that they think like, oh, I can make my audience care about whatever. And maybe they can, maybe they can't.
Yeah.
I'm sure what I've been talking about is extremely like hard to follow because I'm trying to play a stupid RPG at the same time, but really I'm just trying to say that video essays get shit because the people doing them are not charismatic whatsoever.
Yeah, that's...
And you can attribute that to us too if you feel like it. I'm not gonna say that we're the most charismatic people out there.
Don't answer that.
Please don't answer that, but you can think it all you want.
Don't think it either. You're not allowed to do that either. Don't worry about what I'm saying, because honestly I do think it's just coming from a place of insecurity. And like, why does everyone care what this guy has to say? What if I want to say something? Does anybody care if I said something? I think there's a part of me that's like that.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I recently like tried to watch a video. I'm not gonna specify it because the video was coming from a sincere place, but It was a reviewer from like the mid 2010s who was like really popular, and they were like, "Oh, I really liked this reviewer when I was younger, but now I realize that the review is bad actually." And
Mr. Enter.
it wasn't actually. But it was like a genuine kind of like, I have changed and I no longer blindly follow people on the internet kind of way. But the way the video was, where it was like not edited at all, and it was like a lot of stuttering and just like, it was just hard to follow. It was like that's kind of what I mean, where it's like, you know, you have good intentions with this video, but also this should have been edited a lot more. I'm not sure if this is exactly the same thing as what you're talking about, but I feel similarly about it.
Whoa, that's when it cuts to your Wahlburgers interview, and it's like, that was awesome.
Wahlburgers?
Okay, wait, do you know about Wahlburgers? It's like the worst thing in existence.
I don't think I do.
Mark
no.
Wahlberg
finally
has a restaurant called Wahlburgers, so that's like pretty bad to start.
Who is that again?
He's an actor. He used to be Marky Mark.
Oh yeah.
He punched a Vietnamese guy and blinded him.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Ostensibly, allegedly.
No, yeah.
He has a restaurant chain burger restaurant called Wahlburgers. So that's like phase 1. But also there's a fucking reality TV show about it. And it's one of those stupid ass like Cake Boss type reality shows where it's like, it follows like their family. It's like, today we're gonna go to the beach. Here we go, and then it cuts to like the you know, the interviews type thing. It's the reality shows always have, and it's like, I don't know about this. That kind of like cancerous reality show editing is like, seems like a lot of fun to like parody because it's so fucking awful. Yeah. Like if there was just some like if we made a video that was just like us playing some dumb game, but then it just like randomly cuts to like interviews, and it's like, huh?
Wait, you mean when we cut to us interviewing the dude who voiced Jack?
What's that guy's name? Motion Melvin? Motion Marvin?
Yeah, his name is Motion Melvin, and you guys gave me shit for reading it out loud.
I didn't give you shit, I was just amazed.
Well, Roman was giving me shit for it. All I watch are video essays, so my feelings are very easily hurt.
How come nobody's ever made something that even comes close to sequelitis? Well,
because sequelitis takes fucking effort.
It takes a long time to make, yeah.
EgoRaptor...
But I'm not even talking about, like even if you take out the animation aspect, like the visual, which obviously is a big part of the time, still just like the way it's delivered and the pacing and everything is just
you
really
have to...
good.
Sequelitis is... Okay, you could think whatever you want about EgoRaptor, but in those videos he is confident, he's direct, he's not talking down to you, and he's knowledgeable. So, and which is, I can tell you what most video essay makers aren't.
Yeah, but I feel like at the same time there, people could argue with you. Some people fucking hate EgoRaptor and think that he is talking down to you as fuck in those videos.
That's true, yes. I know people, like in recent years, people have gone back to those sequelitis and be like, wow, EgoRaptor was actually really dumb. But I still love those videos, so I can't agree, but yeah. I'm biased, I guess.
That's honestly a thing, like, because I watched Sequelitis when I was like a kid, and I didn't know any better about what I hated and liked. And now it's just in my, you know, it's in my psyche. Mm-hmm. I like it still. But if something like that came out today, I wonder if I would be all... Maybe I'm just like a bastard contrarian, who knows?
I watch all the Sequelitises like every year. And I know, you know, I said that EgoRaptor is knowledgeable, and I'm sure some people will take issue with that. But I do, even though he does have dumb opinions about some games, especially 3D Zelda. Oh, okay. Alright, I have Fire Rod on.
I don't think his opinion is dumb about that.
I don't either, but I think that other people think he does. I think in Sequelitis specifically, the things that he talks about are... I don't know how to put it.
It's nice that he has confidence.
Yeah, the confidence is really the main thing.
I'm glad that we're talking about this because I feel like this has been festering in me for so long.
You mean video essays or just Sequelitis in general?
No, all of this.
Okay.
Like, does YouTube count as social media?
At this point, I think it might.
Me not liking social media digestations which is definitely a word of knowledge.
If you haven't watched Running Shine, you should go do that, because he's pretty funny. Oh, this thing.
Except
okay, but don't
his
kill it.
mic quality blows.
His mic quality changes from video to video.
Well, at least in the Yeek one.
I think his Yeek review is like one of my most watched YouTube videos ever.
I'm still moderately tickled by MLG parodies.
Really?
Because, like, there's something about, like, extreme unwarranted enthusiasm about bullshit that's very funny to me.
Which is why we like the sequelitis. Yeah, I know, it's not exactly the same thing. I know.
That's not right.
If a mission was in Chrono Trigger, it would definitely be like a does damage to whatever's in its path move.
Dude, don't say that.
Okay.
Don't talk about Chrono Trigger when you know that me and you and Roman are gonna co-op that next. Right after this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did we ever talk about sucking on a wiener? It
Like
sounds really fucking dumb in context.
I think it's kind of silly in context. I don't know what you're talking.
It's like in the battle theme of this game. It's like sucking on a, what is it? Wait.
But didn't you just say that you just say sucking on a wiener to anything?
Sucking on a wiener. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
But it works
sure.
well for the way the way the cadence is in this song. It works really well. It's satisfying.
It's like the two things that you love are sucking on a wiener, which sounds good, which sounds really funny out of context, and like the song from the Lorax movie.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? How bad can I motherfucking be? You always say that.
Well, that's just because that's what the lyrics are. I'm not really sure if that's me being weird. All right, don't judge me.
That's a good way to start a sentence.
No, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Because of the wiener thing. The internet and the world at large is honestly like too sex positive. Like what the fuck?
Dude, I have got the fucking show for you.
I feel like I can't keep up with the world. I'll go onto a Twitch stream and people will be talking about what character is a top and a bottom, and I'm like, I literally...
You should go away from Tumblr, I think.
I can't deal with this. But honestly, I've always kind of been a prudish person. Like in the comments if you think I'm a prude.
That'll get my ratings up.
Anyway, what show are you talking about?
The Hell of a Boss or Has Been Hotel. There's so many like X if it was written by a Vivzipop and the show is the same, but everyone is saying like dick, fuck, shit, ass, sex.
If it's like for humor, whatever. I think that like dumbass sexual humor can be like funny, but if it ever encroaches in any kind of like, you know, genuine way, I'm like...
You want to talk about sex stuff, we can go into the rise and fall and rise, etc. of woke culture.
What?
I mean, I think the wokeness is at an all-time... Okay, not things that are being woke, because I think that's just stupid as fuck. People talk about ESG and all that. But, like, people calling things woke, and it's like, Western gaming culture is so woke. I was really surprised that whatever that game was called was shown in a state of play, because Sony they're very... at this point, pretty infamously, like, anti anything like that, basically. Like, they try to get as far away from, like, ooh-woo anime shit as fucking possible. To their own detriment, usually, because, you know, that... I remember when there was this one visual novel that was getting released on PS4 and Switch, and the Switch was the version that wasn't censored. The game looks like it'll be a very, like... basic, kind of uninteresting action RPG. Probably won't be bad, it'll probably be exactly as good as it looks, because there's like, whoa, crafting, whoa, sick, weapon upgrading, and wow, and it's like nothing new, but the fact that all of the characters are cute anime girls is like, what is having it be attention on anywhere at all in the first place? Like, if this is a Western-made game, nobody would possibly give a shit because it would look really boring, but because it's got those anime characters, now people are into it, which is fine, you know, whatever. I'm not a prude for that kind of stuff. I think both Forspokens and Stellar Blades should exist. Oh, let's run away.